Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfella of Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, we back. Got a few boxing videos lined up for y'all today. Let's talk about this one. A little bit about Devin Haney and Gamboa. I've been told you guys the deal had been put in place. Gamboa just hadn't received a contract. Also, we're going to address some more rumors about Gary Russell I heard. But first, let's talk about Andy Ruiz and Chris Arreola. It was supposed to go down like Young Jock. What was it, November 7th? They have now pushed it back to December 5th or 12th. Let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. I believe it will still be on Fox. I believe Andy Ruiz, as of September 15th, has started training with Eddie Reynoso and the Canelo team, is what I heard. So him and Arreola was supposed to fight, I think, November 7th, and Luis Ortiz is supposed to be on the undercard. So I don't know if Fox is going to keep Ortiz and was it Scott Mitchell on that TV date and go with another main event, or they're gonna schedule somebody else. But I did hear that, Arreola Ruiz got pushed back. And what's so crazy about it is, these dudes, that was supposed to be a showcase fight to build Ortiz and Ruiz. All right. So what actually they wanted to do is do Ruiz and Ortiz for this Fox card, for this Fox slate. And that probably would have been the best fight or the best non-pay-per-view fight on Fox slate. But what happened was, Andy Ruiz wanted a tune-up fight, so Ortiz had to get a tune-up fight, and that's just sad. You got Eddie Hearn talking about, Callum Smith and Billy Joe gonna take interim fights before fighting each other. They building up. In boxing, they just starting to build everything. They building up bum fights. They're building up trash fights. They're building fights nobody care about. It just don't really make no sense. Why do we need to build Ortiz and Ruiz? You know what I'm saying? Get in there and fight. If Ruiz is who we think he is, I don't care if he breaking in Eddie Reynoso or he breaking in Customato. If you can't beat, Luis Ortiz, then you don't deserve to fight for a championship again. Not right now. And he don't deserve to fight for a championship nowhere in the near future. Not on basically how he carried himself in a rematch with Anthony Joshua. And I wouldn't put it past him if they paid him to go out there and fight like that. He had no discipline, didn't come in shape. Who do that when, you can be making $20-30 million for the rest of your career? Who comes ill prepared like that? It just sounds like he took the bag under the table, allegedly, in my opinion. But, Ortiz and Arreola, Arreola and Ruiz, it's a cool fight. It's probably going to be the best fight on the Fox slate, that's not paid for. So you're in a position where, is Arreola and Ruiz the best fight you could put on Fox? I wouldn't be surprised if Fox pulled their funding away from these guys, because it makes no sense. They got no fights that was predicted to be on there. The undercards, you're not finding out what's on the undercard until the week of the fight. PBC run this like a mom and pop situation shop. This is what they label a lot of black businesses: open late, close early. And they kind of run this business just like that. You know what I'm saying? Everything is on a humbug. Everything is out of thin air. Let's put together, a card Monday before the fight. And we're going to put this guy, like, people tired of it. The fighters tired of it. You want to know why FN Jabway, left, Danny Jacobs left? They got tired of fighting once and twice a year and not knowing where they going to fight. And then Arreola and then Ruiz probably not ready. He ain't in no shape. So they had to push the fight back again. Like, come on, man. They couldn't give us no better fights. You had Ugas and Porter fight within, 1 or 2 weeks of each other. Why you just couldn't put Ugas and Porter in the ring together? You had Lara fighting on Fox. All right, why you just couldn't put Erickson Lubin in there versus Lara? Nobody want that fight. Was terrible last night with Goucher. And I'll probably upload that video first. I haven't even done it yet. People tired of seeing these pedestrians and these mundane fights, man. Andrew Ruiz and Ortiz should be fighting. Lara and Lubin should have been fighting on Fox. You know what I'm saying? And Ugas and Sean Porter too should have been fighting on Fox. And watch your ratings triple and double, at least quadruple. At least double. At the end of the day, Al Heyman give these dudes too much leeway. Oh, you want to do this? You want to do that? You want nobody want to try to hear that shit. The people are spoken. We want to see top notch fights. You know what I'm saying? We tired of the politicking and the bullshit. And if you're not gonna make fights with everybody else, all right, make the best fights on your side of the street. Stop building up bull jive. There should be no reason for Ortiz and Ruiz to be built up. No reason. Put them in there together and give us a good fight. You know, ain't no reason for Sean and Ugas to be fighting 2 weeks or 1 or 2 weeks apart. They should be fighting. Ain't no reason for Lara and Ersanati Lara to fight 2 weeks. Man, I don't want to see Goucher fight again. I'm dead ass serious. Nothing against that Cleveland boy. He terrible and boring. I don't want to see him fight no more. Stop putting him on my TV screen. You know, he made Lubin boring, and Lubin, I get there. Another video. I get there. All right. But, you know, that is what it is. Let's get to Gamboa and Haney. One person told me that Al Haymon was holding Gary back from the fight. Another person told me that Gary Russell never wanted to fight. He capping. Gary Russell don't want that smoke. Didn't elaborate on what was going on. But I heard Gary Russell really didn't want to fight. I heard from somebody Al was holding the fight back. Not sure. Not sure what's going on, but most people believe that Gary Russell was all talk. And you got to remember, man, Gary Russell ain't really never dug no fade. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, people going to say he ducked a guy that wasn't in his weight class. So, I mean, he engaged with him and everything like that. So you can't go on the internet talking all that bullshit and you ain't trying to fight nobody. You feel what I'm saying? He going on there talking all that bull jive, and it's like, you know, you make yourself look bad. Now, if it was Al says you couldn't fight over there, I know for a fact that he had contracts from other companies in the boxing game when Al wasn't keeping him active and Al couldn't get him no fights. He was ready to go get active and sign with Top Rank. He was entertaining his own, and Al wouldn't let him go. So I know that for a fact, but it sounds like Gary don't really want to fight. It's what they saying. Gary bullshitting, and what's going to happen is Gamboa and Devin Haney going to fight. They've been had the deal in place for weeks now. That's what people don't know. Gamboa and Haney been had a deal in place. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn and them never sent the contract because the fight was supposed to be October 3rd. It was supposed to be, it was a couple of dates they had. And they kept pushing Devin Haney back. So now November 7th. Now, I heard November 7th, Triple G could fight Camille Zermatta too. Then also heard Luke Campbell and Ryan Garcia could fight on that day, but Luke Campbell told Sky more likely November 14th in LA. And what's so funny to me, I'm surprised that these boxing people ain't trying to put fights on in like Florida, because they had fans at the Jacksonville game. I'm surprised they not trying to put fans in Kansas City or fights in Ohio. You got Adrian Broner, Terrell Goucher, Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? I know Sean Porter said they trying to get another fight in this week. You know, so you got all these places that you got, you know, capacity crowds, but you know, maybe they just don't want to chance it. You know, maybe it's a little bit too early. And then also you got Australia. I'm surprised Fury and Wilder ain't going over there. Last time I checked, they had 0 cases of COVID over there. So, but I heard Devin Haney and Gamboa, they already had a deal in place. It was just that, you know, Devin Haney Promotions and, you know, Eddie Hearn and the Zone ain't sent a contract. So the contract should be sent over to Gamboa. That's going to happen. It's going to make Gary Russell look even worse because him and Gamboa has the same advisor, Al Haymon. So it's going to make it look even worse. Me personally, it don't make no sense. I mean, it don't make no difference. Obviously, I would like to see Gary and Devin fight over Gamboa, but like I said before, Devin Haney and his daddy going around here like they duck free, like they sucker free, and they not. When Fortuna was brought to the table at first a couple of times, I heard they said no. When Linares was brought to the table and they sparred him, and you know, and apparently I heard some people say Devin got the best. Some other people that I talked to say, you know, right? I mean, Linares got the best. But when that fight was presented to Devin Haney, him and his daddy said no. That's what they told me. And they said no. Then Fortuna came up again. When the Linares fight fell out and Haney was, you know, wanted to fight Fortuna, but Golden Boy had other plans, so Golden Boy rescheduled the Linares fight. So at the end of the day, he going out here like he sucker free. He not. And I don't care. I'm gonna tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? He ducked Fortuna to begin with, and he ducked Linares. You know? So he getting exactly what he want, a fight that nobody care about with Yurikis Gamboa. I don't care about it. You know, we first the narrative was we gonna do better than Tank Davis. I ain't trying to hear that, bro. At the end of the day, I'm tired of this triangle theory just because you beat Gamboa better, or you beat Gamboa better, that make you a better fighter, man. For one, not even 10% of the population who watch, or the audience that watch Tank Davis beat Gamboa is gonna be watching Devin Haney. That's a fact. All right. So on that standpoint, people might see the highlights years down the line, my brother. So you on a platform and you want to be saved. Is I kill I save her? I want to be saved. Ain't nothing popping on his own. He got the money, but guess what? He ain't got the clout. He got to do anything for clout. Anything for clout. Start fake beef. They got to do that for traction. Because outside that fake beef, who was talking about Devin Haney and Gary Russell? Nobody. Nobody, baby. But hey, it is what it is. I don't really care what the kid do. Ain't nothing he could do at lightweight that's going to impress me no way. Outside of beating Gervonta and beating the winner of Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko. But it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think about the video. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. All my social media links in the description. Want to make a donation? $, Cash App, CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Shout out to the brother Video Ochoa for looking out yesterday. One time for the one time we gone.